I thought a beast of that size would eat us out of house and home, she remarks, no doubt talking about Mar. Don't hold back. Nice work. That was lucky. That was lucky. Oh? Look, you two, it's the sea, Ridis exclaims, frolicking in glee. You, on the other hand, trudge along as far as you can from the coast, ignoring the hairs sticking to your forehead. Feeling something at your feet, you glance down. There's something underneath your boot. It appears you've stepped on a monster's cape, making it very upset. It attacks you in fury. You hear a roar in the distance. According to the townsfolk, it is a very recent rumor in the village has it that it might be the dragon. The sign on the door reads, "The Great Nutrition." You open the door without knocking. Is anyone home? You call. A muscular man emerges from the back. You politely ask if he is the nutritionist. Indeed, I am the nutritionist. He says he has been studying dietetics here for many years. You hand Oreo the extract and explain that He stares at the extract for a long time. and then opens the bottle and laps at the liquid inside. That's poison, Melanie. The man insists that he'll be fine with his expertise of nutrition, and insists, regardless, it seems he managed to grasp the composition of the poison with that lick, and starts concocting a nutritional supplement. However, he says he needs a spry fish, which has been difficult to catch lately. He needs a special fish to make the necessary supplement. When he explains that you can catch one in the surrounding sea, Riddis confidently interjects. She shows you a page from her ancient tome, which explains the ecology. That book comes in handy from time to time, Melanie. Oreo gasps as if remembering something. He says that his son went out fishing and, with a bit of luck, may have... It sounds like his son is fishing on the wharf. You decide to go find him. You see a young man with his line in the water and call out to him. He turns around and flexes, shouting out suddenly. You stare, enchanted by his bulging musculature. There is no doubt in your mind. He asks if you have business with him. Though you are pretty sure of the answer, you ask the young man if he is... That I am, he answers. He introduces himself as Bruno. You introduce yourself, expressing to him that you are a hero on a journey. His eyes begin to sparkle the moment you utter the word hero, and he becomes more or less grasping the situation. He regrets to inform you that he says that a monster has settled near their town, and its thundering roars have... You know Oreo needs a spry fish to make that supplement. Hearing the despair in your voice, Bruno speaks, his words like an ember in the dark. He tells you that there is a harbor near town where fishermen gather. Perhaps you can find the fish you seek. You thank him for the information, then head to the harbor with your comrades. Just as you are about to leave, Bruno... Is it a reward you're after? You are about to ask. But Melanie smacks you on the head before you can voice it and allows him to come along. The man says the fishing industry is usually thriving in their seaside. He mentions that even the fishing harbor to the northwest has been suffering from poor hauls of late. Bruno looks ecstatic that he was allowed. When you ask him why, he tells you that his dream is to be... But his father, famed in the world of nutrition, one desires strength, the other knowledge. Unable to see eye to eye. What will you ask Bruno? Curious about his attire, you ask why he confessed that he once wished for armor, but deemed it unnecessary after gaining so much muscle. You ask Bruno about his sword arm, saying you are something of a swordsman. Bruno replies that he specializes in hand-to-hand combat. Apparently, he only carries around a sword to look like an adventurer. In that moment, you realize something. While his passion for being an adventurer is the words "birds of a feather flock together" run through your mind. But you quickly chase them away, afraid of what that means for you. You won't catch a spry fish swimming out there. A rough-tempered piscator stands there, having just returned from Mars' fate rests upon this man's haul. Terrible, he says, showing you the few fish he's caught. Inside you see a spry fish. You ask him if you can have the spry fish, but he says he won't give it up for free. When you ask how much it will cost, he gives the absurd price of 1 million gold pieces. You're heartless, Ridus pouts. The man is enraged by the rude response. Just then, Bruno prances forth, and your fisherman muscles are simply sublime, he exclaims. He challenges the man to a competition of muscles with the spry fish. The piscator seems interested and agrees on one condition. If you lose, this one's all yours, Melanie says, patting you on the shoulder. Then let the carnival of might and muscles begin, Bruno roars. Your puny body is no match for mine, the piscator shouts back, throwing a punch. Feels like watching a bodybuilder competition. You're doing great. It looks like your adventure ends here. The man says he mentions that even the fishing harbor to the northwest has been suffering from poor hauls of late. A troubled woman tells you that there has been a rise in theft. She claims that even the cold medicine she always had. She narrows her eyes at the crowd, suspecting there is a thief. Your ears perk up at the word reward, and you immediately agree to help expose the dirty thief. I can feel the dragon's presence. You feel impatient, determined not to let the order beat you to it. You approach a woman, sneaking around in a corner. Hearing your voice, she turns in surprise. You see a vial of cold. You explain that the person she stole it from needs it back. The woman begins, "My poor little boy is bedridden," she says tearfully. "He needs medicine, but I don't have any money, so I took it." Hearing her tale, you are overcome by sympathy and decide. She thanks you and hands you something, apologizing for not having more. Medicine in hand, the woman leaves quickly. Now then, what to tell the other lady? You explain that you are clearly saddened by the news. She explains that she keeps the medicine. She laments that she may not have the money to buy. Unsure if you made the right choice, you return to your journey with a heavy heart. You see a young man with his line in the water. He turns around. You stare. Enchanted. He asks if you have business with him. Though you are pretty sure of the answer, "That I am." You introduce yourself. His eyes begin more or less. He says that you know Oreo needs a spry fish to make that supplement. Hearing the despair in your voice, "Bruno, perhaps you can find..." You thank him for the information, just as you... Is it a reward you're after? You are about to ask, but Melanie smacks you on the head before you can voice it and allows him to come along. What will you ask Bruno? You ask Bruno about his sword. Bruno replies that apparently he only carries around a sword to look like an adventurer. Curious about his attire, he confessed that he once wished for armor. The words "birds of a feather flock together" run through your mind, but you quickly chase them away, afraid of what that means for you. Congrats. Let's do this. About the enemy. You journey onward, only to see a suspicious. He proclaims himself a man of medicine who has discovered a revolutionary new. There's no harm in trying it, he boldly claims. Well, only a fool would drink some straight. The suspicious doctor grumbles mightily, making a fine show of his discontent as he takes his leave. Thunder roars overhead. Watch out for lightning. You and your friends are lucky enough to make it through without being struck by lightning once. Excellent. You did great. A bizarre rock appeared. It seems primed to explode. The bizarre rock transformed into a gold rock. Nice work. Oh? You pick up a scrap of paper dropped by some manner of monster. It has a message scrawled on it in crude lettering. Clearly, whoever dropped you stashed the scrap of paper in your pack and resolved to keep an eye out for the treasure on your travels. appears this sturdy door has a magic seal on it. Unfortunately, it is out of her realm of expertise. That was lucky. He has been fishing for several days. He hopes his wife and child back in Shoreland are well. The woman says she has been waiting here for days, worried about her husband, who has yet to return. Lately, a monstrous roar has been he sighs, lamenting that his catches have been poor as a result. A rough-tempered piscator stands. Mars' fate rests upon this man's haul. Terrible, he says, showing you the few fish he's caught. Inside, a spry fish. You ask him if you can have the spry fish, but he says he won't give it up for free. The piscator is shocked by your outburst. What did you say? The piscator roars. And the man is enraged by the rude response. Just then, Bruno prances forth, your fisherman Muscles. He challenges the man to a competition. The piscator seems interested. This one's all yours. Then let the carnival of might and muscles begin, Bruno roars. Your puny body is no match for mine, the piscator shouts back, throwing a punch. You're doing great. Feels like watching a bodybuilder competition. His victory sealed, Bruno witnessed the power of power. Defeated, the Piscator hands over the spry fish to Bruno. Bruno extends a hand to the Piscator, who has fallen. An unspoken friendship begins to form between the two. Or at least, you hope that's what the prolonged silence between them means. With the spry fish in hand, you head back towards Oreo's clinic. Bruno looks at your group sadly, reluctant for this little adventure to end. You hand the fish to Oreo and ask, "Give me a moment," he says, and takes the fish and heads into the back. "It's ready," he says, emerging from his room and handing you a bottle. You hope this will get Mar back on his feet. You need to get back to Unionville on the double. But before that, you wordlessly extend a hand to Bruno. Bruno takes your hand and gives it a firm You can feel the bones in your hands splintering. You just hope Bruno has enough self-restraint not to shatter. You make a mental note never to shake hands with him again. But Bruno stops you and says he wants to journey with you. But Oreo is quick to douse the flames of his desire. "Then you leave me no choice." Bruno squats at hyper speed. "I want to show this power to the world," Bruno, you have much to learn, my son, Oreo retorts as he starts. Only the sound of their labored breathing and bodies moving resonates. You can only look on in stunned silence at the enigmatic display. Bruno falls to his knees, panting. You have grown, my son, Oreo says, looking no worse. So are you coming with us or not? Melanie interjects. Only our muscles know the answer, comes Bruno's. I don't get it, Ridis remarks. On the condition that he study nutrition upon his return, Bruno is allowed. You realize that these two have a very special way of talking that no one else can understand. Hearing yet another roar in the distance, you realize you need to get the supplement to Mar so you can investigate the sound together. Any travelers with magic? It appears the headman's long-standing pronouncement on the welcoming of all magical creatures also applies to you and your party. Mar lies listlessly upon the bed, looking somewhat haggard. You help Mar sit up. Drink this, Mar, you say. He weakly opens his mouth, and you slowly pour the energy concentrate inside. Mar abruptly bolts up and turns his head toward you with a puzzled look. It looks like Mar is all better now. You give Mar a tight hug. Mar mewls softly in discomfort. Overcome with joy, you sob and Melanie and Ridis watch you two with a smile. Bruno is deeply moved to see nutrition bringing a smile to others. With this, you can finally put the happenings of that. You decide to take Bruno back to Shoreland, then continue your search for the dragon. You arrive at Bruno's house. Though he seems to want to adventure a little more, he reluctantly enters his house. You ask Oreo if he knows anything about the monster. He says that the creature nests atop a tower not far. With that, your next destination is decided. Here, you will part ways with the... Bruno looks at you, his eyes begging you to let him come along. What will you say? You know he would make a good ally, but you do not want to split the reward. Will you let him come if he doesn't ask for a share of the reward? Melanie asks, seeing you nod. Yes, of course. What? Bruno is happy he can continue the journey. You must stay here, and Bruno explains that the journey thus far has taught him the split. After hearing his son out, Oreo suddenly removes his flag, and in the blink of an eye, the flesh of Bruno's cheeks, pectorals, and abdomen, and Bruno is lifted off his feet with... Your eyes go wide at Oreo's assault, which was too... Knowledge of nutrition can help save lives. Wow, nutrition is incredible. Ridis marvels, knowledge is that you tremble, never wanting to make it. Though Oreo still deems his son's knowledge insufficient, he tells, "Thank you, Father," Bruno says from the ground, moved to tears by the strength. So it comes to pass that you journey to the tower with Bruno to find the roaring beast. Yet another.
And with his 3D heaven, the news fell its heavy hawk when shouting war. He knows to Harimoen, this Sony hand, 3D is over. Listen on, uniform news, your quentalio, your ventoni is, listen on.
We have finally arrived at the Bruno was the first to respond. But this is just Ridis snorts to herself, seeing you red in the face from jumping to conclusions. Ridis rolls up her sleeves and shouts, "Open!" You all watch in silence. You snort to yourself, seeing Ridis red in the face. You consider breaking it down with a weapon, but decide against it, given the possibility of a broken weapon and its repair costs. Even Melanie looks vexed, lacking the proper skills to open the door. Bruno exhales deeply, then places both and it opens. It seems the magic seal could... This is the power of power, Bruno pants, but you promptly ignore him and enter the tower. Fortune favors the bold. Good work. Nice work. Nice work. Excellent. Footing suddenly crumbles, with no way of saving yourselves once more from the bottom. And fight. Foolish humans. Did you come here to consign the drops of... It sounds like he is saying something important, but you do not understand it in the slightest. Melanie is so absorbed in thinking about the creature's words, she cannot hear you calling her. Ridis has given up on thinking and whistles an offbeat. While everyone is distracted, the monster attacks. That was lucky. Good work. Don't hold back. Something glimmers on the floor. Melanie, you are instantly upon the shining. Melanie asks why you have such a... We were poor, so you begin. Leaving your past a mystery, you quickly throw aside the shiny piece of glass and move on. The ground collapses beneath your feet. You fall together with the rubble. Third time's the charm. Let's do this. That was lucky. Don't hold back. Oh? Nice work. Have you savages no mercy? The dragon's heart and body have already... It sounds like he is saying something profound, but you do not understand it in the slightest. Bruno silently compares his muscles against the monster's, then grins proudly to himself, the obvious victor. Melanie considers the words, but cannot seem to You feel your eye twitch, realizing that while everyone is distracted, the monster attacks. Let's do this. Nice work. That was lucky. Though the battle is over, you cannot stop thinking, come on, we have to defeat that. Why are you so obsessed with... She explains that her mother was killed. She did not say any more. but her hatred for the beast was clear in her eyes. You hear the roar again. It seems to be coming from the upper levels. Mar mules, as if in response to the creature enamored by the adorable noise. You're obsessed, Melanie remarks snidely, but looks at you. It sounds like the roaring beast is close. I was lucky. Nice work. door before you is shut quite tightly. It appears to have a keyhole. You insert the magical key into the hole and turn. You hear the lock come undone with a loud clank. The dragon may be just ahead. Now we slay the dragon for riches. On your demotivating words, everyone proceeds through the doorway. Don't hold back. Excellent. You have finally arrived. Before you stands the dragon. More assassins. The dragon. Whether or not the beast is weak, you care not. You muster up your courage and shout, "Prepare yourself, you big..." But the dragon's roar sends your bravery. Your legs tremble, but no matter how scared you are, the dragon will not wait. We shall strike you down, you exclaim, slashing out while cheering on your Vince appears. You too would be troubled without this dragon, he says, standing in your... Stop spouting nonsense, the normally It seems Melanie has lost her composure before her mother's killer. She unleashes a fireball imbued with her, but it is repelled by the dragon, and the dragon returns the favor by spewing fire from its mouth. You seem to stand no chance against the revitalized dragon. Vince climbs atop the beast's back. The flapping of the dragon... Stay out of this, Vince commands, then flies off toward the western sea. You worry for Melanie, who has been burnt badly by the dragon's fire. Drink this, Bruno instructs, offering her a small bottle. Bruno claims he drinks it every day. It is a recipe from his father, that of a custom supplement. Make her drink it already, you cry. Your panicked expression urges. Melanie has a bad feeling about it, but downs it all in a single gulp. And suddenly, at ease with her recovery, you descend the tower. The ocean spreads out before you to the west, whither the dragon returned to shoreland in search of a boat to pursue the dragon.